you want to pull this up right now. Everybody take a look at that. You're supposed to do the odds. All right, so I'm going to work through those. Again, listen, I'm trying to get you ready for next year's algebra class. You have to be good at this. Julian, are you hearing me? All right?
I
Julian,
understand it now that I actually understand.
No, I know. Sometimes it's frustrating because after we go over it, it seems like you know it much better now.
Yeah.
All right? So listen to what I'm trying to tell you. That just means you didn't practice enough. That's all that means. All right? If you spent some more time practicing, it wouldn't have been that difficult. All right? But what I'm going to do is I got to quickly go down and do the odds. All right? Because then we got to go back to today's lesson. All right? Which is a little bit harder again. All right? Here we go. So, for question number 1. Does everybody remember we did a what? Plus 20? Plus 20. So 3/4 x is equal to 6, right?
Yeah.
And then you're multiplying by the reciprocal. Now remember, I want all the work in order to get the extra credit. All right? So x is equal to what? 8. X is equal to 8. All right? Give yourself a little check if you got it right.
I got the same answer, but I did it a different way.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Remember, 6 times 4 is 24. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Or you can say 6 divided by 3, which is 2. I think that's the best way to do that. And then 2 times 4 is 8. Boys in the back, stay with me. All right, now I'm on question number 3. Now, on question number 3, I try to encourage kids, if you can divide first. And here we could have done what? Divide by -3, divide by -3. So x minus 5 equals -7. Does everybody agree with that? And then I can do what? Add 5. And so x is equal to -2.
I did it a whole different way.
Yep. That's again, you could have distributed. All right, you could have distributed. All right, let's take a look now at number 5. Now, here, I'm trying to get you to realize that we want variables on opposite sides. Does everybody agree with that? So I need everybody to put a -4x and a -4x. Now, the reason why I did that is because that separated the variables and the numbers. And now I divide by what? -7, divide by -7, so x was what? 3. X is 3. Is everybody good? All right, here we go. Let's take a look at quickly number 7. All right, now in this case, we do have to distribute. Now remember, I want you giving yourself checks as you go through these now. If you got it right now, give yourself a check so I can look at it. All right, if you made a mistake, just put a little star by it. It's no big deal. All right? You're correcting yourself. Make sure you understand. All right, now when we distribute, 21 minus 3x equals 5x minus 17. Everybody good with this? All right, now what? Again, minus 5x would be good. And then minus 21. Yes, you can add 3x. He said minus, so I just went ahead and did with that. But I prefer that actually, and I'm just going to go ahead and erase that because some of you guys were listening. All right, I prefer the variable to be what? Positive. Right? So it's easier to move the -3x over and the positive 17. That way everything ends up being what? Positive. All right, now here's where some people thought they made a mistake. All right, so you divide both sides by 8, then you just reduce that. 38 over 8 reduces to 19 over 4. And that's the same as, if you put 4.75, I was okay with that. But you'll learn, generally we do the fractions. Very good for you. Yes, 4 3/4 is fine. All right, none of those are incorrect. I'm just telling you, next year we're always going to use improper fractions. Next year we always use improper fractions. All right, now number 9, we're combining terms, right? So you should read 2x plus 3x and see what?
5x.
Yes, 5x minus 4 equals 4x minus 12 minus 4x plus 4. So x equals -8.
Yeah.
Everybody okay with this? All right. Now, number 11. Should have been pretty easy for you. To me, I would have just moved the x over because I would have made the x positive. All right. So I would have done a plus x and a minus 12. And that way these cancel and you're left with 7 minus 12 is negative 5. And I would leave it as x equals negative 5. So be okay with that now? All right. Now let's take a look at 13. All right. Now, does everybody understand what I can do here? I can multiply both sides by 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So x minus 2 is greater than 12. And so adding 2, x is greater than 14. Remember, when you're making a number line, negative 14, 14, open circle, greater than is going to the right. No, some of you are okay. Distributing is perfectly fine. You can just see it's harder. All right, it takes a lot longer. All right, it takes a lot longer. What? Sit up. Come on, bud. Sit up. 15. Now here, we're going to go ahead and subtract 8. So negative 4x is greater than or equal to negative 12. Now you had to remember, whenever you multiply and divide by negative, the signs have to change. Switch the signs. So x is less than or equal to what? 3. Is everybody with me? Less than or equal to 3. 3, negative 3, solid, going to the left. Everybody feeling good about that now? All right. Here we go, 17. Now, because the whole thing is being divided by 2, I need to what? Multiply both sides by 2. All right, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. 12 minus x is less than 8. Subtract 12 from both sides. Negative x is less than negative 4. X is what? 4. Yeah, great. Greater than 4 because you had to change the sign. Did you change the sign? You have to remember, whenever you multiply or divide by negative, you have to change the sign. So here's negative 4. Here's 4. Open circle going to the right. Am I good? All right. 19. Oh, this one's easy. 2x plus 7x is what? 9x is greater than 27. Divide by 9. X is greater than what? 3. X is greater than 3. Is everybody good with that? Okay. Now, 21. Now, this is the one most people made a mistake on.
I just got.
Subtract 7. Now, please pay attention. So, x over 3 is greater than or equal to, what's 11 halves minus 7? Well, 11 halves minus 7, watch up here now. 11 halves minus, it's 7 over 1, right? So it's got to be 14 over 2. Thank you very much. Does everybody agree with that? You got to get a common denominator. So that just becomes 11 over 2 minus 14 over 2. And what's 11 minus 14? Negative 3 over 2. Then how do I undo division? Multiplication. So I multiply both sides by 3. So x is greater than or equal to, now look, we're reviewing fractions. Everybody okay with that being negative 9 over 2? And negative 4.5 is the same. All right? But you'll just know next year that we're always going to leave in terms of fraction. And you can say what, Caroline? Negative 4 1/2 too, right? You good? Now, does anybody have a question? I know I went kind of fast because we got a lot of work to do. All right, Caroline, you good? You sure? All right. Yes, sir. Sebastian, if you learn to sit up, I will address you better.
I have a question on number 13.
Okay, let's look at 13 real quick. What's the matter, buddy?
Why did you multiply by 2?
Because to get rid of 1/2, you multiply by the reciprocal.
Oh.
All right, you know that. All right, so tonight, what is the thing I want you to do? I want you to go do the even ones tonight. All right, if you already did it, that's one less thing you have to do. That's a good job.
I thought we did.
All right. Now, I want to jump over today now, and I want to look at our ERBs, which is this down here. All right, I want everybody to take a look at this. Now, I ask you to do these problems also. All right. No, not the new homework on our ERBs. Right here. Let's look at this first. Let's look at this first. Okay, it says below, a shirt size found in department store listed as neck size, comma, arm length. That means that what's the X coordinate? And the arm is the Y. Does that represent a function?
No.
Why not?
What?
Because,
17?
yes, there you go. Some of them have the same X coordinate. Is everybody good? So you would say no for that. Very important. No. Number 2, the table below lists the average price per gallon in the United States at the end of the month in a recent year. Does the relation month, comma, price represent a function? Obviously what?
Yes.
Yes, because January through December, none of them repeat. Everybody good with that? So the answer is obviously what again? Yes. That was easy, guys. All right, let's take a look at the next one. The information listed in the table shows the cost of cab rides across town. Does the relationship between the distance traveled and the cost represent a function?
Yes.
I'm looking here again. All I have to do is look here. Do any of them repeat?
No.
No. So again, this one is yes. All right. Look at number 4. The table at the right shows the price of a book and its page content. All right. Does the relation represent a function? Why not? Uh-oh. Yes. Those two. Highlight those two. It's not a function.
How is number 3 a function?
Are all of the X values different?
Oh yeah, they are. Now I see what.
Okay, good. You're good. All right, let's look at number 5, please. The table below shows typical air temperature at various altitudes. Is it a function? 0, 10,000. I don't see who said no?
Oh, I was looking at the
All right, you see it now, correct? Is it a function? Yes. And then refer to exercise 5. So what do you think's happening? Generally, as you go up, the temperature gets what?
cooler.
Colder, correct? Do I agree? Right? Is that true always? It went down, still decreasing, and then here, all of a sudden it stays what? It stays the same. Does everybody agree with that? And then after you get past 80,000 feet, what happens now? It starts getting what again? Colder or warmer?
Warmer.
Doesn't it get warmer? Does everybody agree with that? Right? So if I were making a projection here, I would just say overall it gets colder until it gets to what? 50,000 or till 40,000 feet. Then it stays the same until it gets to what? 80,000 feet. And then once you get beyond 80,000 feet, it starts getting what again? Warmer. All right? But I don't care about all that right there, guys. All right? The important part was, could you determine whether or not it's a function? All right. Everybody happy with that? I thought yesterday was kind of easy. All right. I think today is kind of easy too, but you just have to listen. All right. So everybody pull up 9.2 now. Everybody pull up 9.2. 9.2, 9.2. You good? Everybody's good? Let's go, let's go. All right. Now, yesterday, remember what I told you? Listen, I told you that we were going to be working with graphs. But yesterday we did plotting. We just looked at the X and the Y. All right, now we're actually going to graph these. All right. So again, today is a big day for graphing. All right, I think we did it last year a little bit at the end. All right, plotting points, then drawing a line. All right, it's a lot easier because we have iPads. So let's take a look at it. All right, let's look at question number 1. First, it says find 4 solutions of the equation. And then they want you to write the solution as ordered pairs. Instead of writing the solution as an ordered pair, I'm going to change ordered pairs. We're going to write it in a what, guys? We're going to write it in a table. Or we're going to write it in a table. All right? Everybody's got to pay attention now. All right, here's what my table looks like. So for question number 1, here's what you're going to do. I want everybody to do that. How many points does it say?
4.
But guess what I require? Only 3. All right, so we're only doing 3 points, not 4. And I'm changing it to a table. Does everybody hear me on this now? All right. Now, to figure out the points that are on the graph, watch. I need you to always plug in -1, 0, and 1 for x. -1, 0, and 1 for x. Now, what does that mean? All right, look right over here at our equation. The y is equal to -1 minus 5. What did I do for x? I plugged -1 in for x. Did everybody see that? And so if I plug -1 in for x, what's the y? Well, what's -1 minus 5, guys? -6. So put a -6 there. Say it again. Well, because I told you these are the ones that I want you to plug in always. -1, 0, and 1. You hear me? Now, after I plug -1 in, I'm going to plug what in? Now I'm going to plug 0 in. Now it's coming back to you. So y equals 0 minus 5. What's 0 minus 5? What's 0 minus 5? Wow, some of you said 5. -5. Now I'm going to plug 1 in. Y equals 1 minus 5. What's 1 minus 5? -4. All right? So those are the points that we would plot on our graph. Is everybody with me? But it doesn't say plot the points yet. All right? You're first learning how to do a table. Now, if I wanted to write it as ordered pairs, I'm going to put the ordered pair to the side. All right? But you don't have to because I think it's obvious. Does everybody understand those are what the ordered pairs would be? Does everybody agree with that? So again, you might as well just use a table. Is everybody with me? All right. So now on number 2, here we go on number 2. X, Y. What do I want you to put in for X? Yep. -1, 0, and 1. So if I plug -1 in for X, what's the Y? It's -7. Very good. Because there is no what? Which means it's saying, now try to listen to what I'm saying. This is important. Y is always what? Y is always -7. It doesn't matter what the X is. Does everybody hear me on that? So the Y is always -7. So I put down -7, -7, and -7. Connor, you good with that? No daydreaming. Let's go. You missing your iPad today?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Well, my iPad's up there if you want to. I mean, it might be dead, but, you know. Come on. You got a lot of work to do. All right. Let's take a look at number 3. Just plug it in and you know. I want you really listening to me, okay? And whenever you come in without an iPad, tell me. All right, I have that one over there for extra. Okay, now the hard part. Come on now. You should be able to do the mental math on this. If I plug -1 in, what's the y value? Come on. All right, so watch what I'm doing. Y equals -3. What am I going to let x equal? So I put -1 plus 1. What's -3 times -1? 3 plus 1. Does everybody understand that now, right? So this y value when x is -1 is 4. What happens if I plug 0 in? Everybody agree I get 1? And what happens when I plug 1 in? Now, don't make a mistake.
Oh wait, well, -3 and then +1 is
Easy to make a mistake. Now, again, I think that's kind of pretty simple right there. All right, is everybody with me on this? Guys, hello? Any questions? All right. Now, I'm going to, I want you to take out your white marker. And we're going to rewrite this as y equals x minus 6. I want you to change that. And you'll see what I mean. Everybody see what I did? I want you to write y equals, I just want you to change it to y equals x minus 6. I'm writing it right now. Y equals x minus 6. All right, is everybody good with that? All right, now make your table. What numbers do I want you to put in? -1, 0, 1. All right, so let's see if you can do your mental math. If I plug in -1, what's the y value? Is she right? -7? If I plug in 0, -6. Be careful. Hey, is everybody understanding me now, guys? Right? Now when I plug in 1, yeah, -5. All right, so that's simply making a table. Yeah, I told you it'd be easy. Good algebra work, though, guys. Good algebra stuff. All right, let's go over here now. Same thing. Now, what I'm going to do is, tell me what numbers go in again.
-1, 0, 1.
All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Give me the answers quietly. Do it yourself, and then I'll see if you got all 3 right answers. Got all 3 already? Wow, that was quick. All right, Julie, I'll let you tell me.
I got 2, 4, 6.
Wow, you are awesome, girl. 2, 4, and 6. Very good. That's not hard, right? Is everybody with me? Just plugging numbers in, making a table. And then the next step we're going to do is plot the points. I'm going to show you it's a line. Okay? Number 6. Now we're going to rewrite number 6. All right, I'm going to rewrite it as y equals 7x minus 14. All right. Let's make our table. And what are we going in? Negative 1, 0, 1. All right, let's let someone else do it. One of the boys, tell me. What, you got them?
Oh, no.
Let me know when you have them in. Will, you got it? Tell me.
That's what I got.
Nice work. Nice work. Nice work.
What does that even mean?
Right? Is everybody good with that? That's not hard, right? Everybody knows how to plug numbers in? Everybody good?
Happy face.
All right. Very happy day. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here, and on number 7, I want everybody to put a table just to the right. Yep, we're doing the same thing, except this time, after we plot the points, or after we do the table, we're going to put it on the graph. Then you're going to draw your line. And it should be super easy. Should be super easy. I want you to plug in negative 1, 0, and 1. All right? Now, who's got the 3 points? Negative 3, negative 1, and what?
Just 2. I got.
Does somebody else get 2 there, or does somebody else get something else?
I don't.
Somebody else got 1.
Wait, let me redo this. I got 3.
2 times 1 is what?
It's 1. It's
Minus 1.
It's 1.
What are we doing? Oh
It's
my
oopsies.
gosh. Yeah, oopsie doopsies. Yes.
Oh, and then what did you just do, like a cross?
Now now you're gonna now you're plotting the points.
Oh, that's easy.
So here we go, guys. So we're gonna plot negative 1, negative 3. So now just to review. Remember, you go left and right first, then you go up and down. So you go down 1 or left 1, down 3. Does everybody see that point there, right?
That's easy.
And then you do 0, negative 1. 0, negative 1 is right here. And then 1, 1. 1, 1 is here. Is everybody with me? You always go left or right first. Then you go up or down second. Because this, right here, look up. This is the x-axis. That corresponds here. This is the what? Y-axis. That corresponds there.
That's easy.
All right? Now, you got to draw the line, which is nice. Look how I'd like to draw the line with notability, guys. I put my pencil on the middle dot and draw the line. Then I put the pencil on this middle dot again and draw the line in the other direction. That works out beautifully. Does everybody see that? Any questions? Any questions? Caroline, you good? Colin, how are you doing over there?
I got it right.
Connor, you up and running now, or you
Yeah,
getting
what
there?
question are we on?
This would be question number 8. All right. Now, next to number 8, please. I need to rewrite that as, I want everybody to rewrite it as y equals negative 6x plus 2. Negative 6x plus 2. Everybody with me? All right.
Hold on a second.
And then you can just kind of erase that if you want or cross it out.
Oh.
All right. Y equals negative 6x plus 2.
Okay.
All right, now let's make your table. And I still want to plug in which ones? Negative 1, 0, 1. Okay, so if I plug in negative 1, what do I get? You sure?
It's not.
Very good. Smart. Good job. Say to yourself, negative 6 times negative 1 is what? 6. 6 plus 2 is what? 8. Good thinking, guys. Look, does everybody agree with me? That should be mental math for everybody, right? Right? Now plug in 0. Negative 6 times 0 plus 2. And then plug in 1. How did you get that?
Oh, no, wait, -4.
-4, right?
Yeah.
-4. Now, does everybody understand? Look right here, guys. We -6. There's patterns in all of them.
Wait, why do they have the numbers on this
What are you
one?
talking
On the
about?
grid.
Oh, I know. They just, I don't know. It's kind of dumb, actually. All right, so they skipped there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. I don't. So I'm graphing -1/8. So the annoying part is -1/8 in the middle. Do you agree? So that's -1/8. Because this line right here represents -2.
Oh, yeah, it
So the
doesn't
one
go
in the
on.
middle. You with me, right? And then 0 would be what?
Middle.
0, 2, right? And then 1, -4. Is everybody happy with that explanation?
Yes.
All right. Now here, try to draw the line. That's not bad, right? Everybody good, right? All right, here we go. Is that good? All right, now number 9. I want everybody to try it. I want everybody to try it on your own. All right, I'm going to pause the video just for a minute, and I want you to try to do everything about number 9. All right, and then if you get that right, then you know. Julian, tell me what numbers did we plug in for x again? -1, 0, 1, and now the y values. What?
What?
Shh, let him think. What is it?
Oh, -6.
How are you getting that? If I plug -1 in for x, what's -1 plus 4?
Oh, 3.
Yes. Now plug 0 in, what do you get?
4.
Then plug 1 in.
5.
Exactly. All right. If you got that, you're in good shape as far as plugging the numbers in. Now let's see if you plot the points correctly. -1, 3, 0, 4, and 1, 5.
Ooh, I got it
Right?
Oh, I got one right. No, I didn't. I did completely right.
Well, they always count by ones. So this is -1, -2, -3, right? All right. Anybody else have a question with that? All right, let's see what's happening for question number 10. All right, number 10 we already talked about earlier, so let's take a look at this.
Oh, this is the one.
What are the y values always?
7.
Yes. So -1, 0, 1, 7, 7, and 7.
Wouldn't it just be like in between 8 and 6, like right there?
That's correct. Exactly. So when you graph this, 0, 7, 1, 7, -1, 7.
Like right next to each other.
And what type of line is this now?
An infinity line.
No. A horizontal line. All right, it's a horizontal line. So we go with that?
Wait, how do you know which 7 rocks are?
So I graph. Yes, the y value is always 7. Good? All right, here we go. Come on, stay with me now. I got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. How much time is left? Sit down. Shouldn't be packing up anyway. All right, here we go. Again, x, y, -1, 0, 1. All right, if I plug -1 in, I get what? -12. Very good. Girls, you okay? I plug in -1, I get -12. Then I get -9.
And then you get
Negative what?
no, -6.
-6. Good job, kiddo. All right. Now they're counting by 2s, so Negative 1, negative 12 is right down here at the very bottom. 0, negative 9. Negative 9 is in between negative 8 and negative 10. And 1, negative 6. Is everybody good on this? Makes sense, right? And then again, you're making a line.
Mr. Holt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's all right. I've been called worse.
Yeah. I'm just confused exactly how you're, like, I'm just getting very confused how you're doing.
Getting the negative 12,
Like,
negative.
no, like how you're getting the placement.
Okay, let me show you real quick. Ready? On this one. All right. So we're going to do the x first. You agree? So I go over to negative 1. Now try to watch my point. Negative 1 is right here. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Now what I'm doing is I'm going to move that point down to negative 12,
Okay.
which is right there.
Yes.
You with me now, right? So now if I'm doing 0, negative 9, 0, and then I have to move that down to what? Negative 9. Y'all good now?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now I want everybody to put a star by number 12, because for you to be smart, you got to pay attention for number 12 now.
Oh, I already.
All right? Listen to me now, please. All right? For those of you who jumped ahead. All right? I want to use these numbers now. Look up on the board. Negative 2, 0, 2. Why am I using negative 2, 0, 2?
Because that cancels out to half.
That is exactly correct. Listen to what he said now. I'm taking a half of a number. If I do 1, can I take 1/2 of 1? Yes, but it's still a decimal. So if I take half of 2, is that a better number? Yes. Is everybody with me on this? So when you have a fraction, you want to put in the table the number that will make that fraction go away. Does everybody hear me? Everybody good? All right. So now let's see if we can finish that off.
Oh, I did it.
So half of negative 2 is what?
Negative.
Half of negative 2 is negative 8.
Wait,
Half of negative 2 is half of
Negative 1.
negative 1 minus 6. Negative
I
7.
did it wrong.
I know that. Now plug in 0. We get negative 6. Now take half of 2. 1 minus 6. Negative 5. Now who said they're confused?
Ah!
Right? You're just plugging these numbers in for x. Now notice, Colin asked me a question, he got confused. I helped him and now he's good. If you don't understand something, you don't ask me a question, I can't really help you that much.
I figured it out.
All right, now let's plot those points. Negative 2, negative 7. It's right around there. 0, negative 6, right around there. 2, negative 5 is right around there.
And then you draw your big line.
And then you draw your big line. All right, no packing up yet. I'm not ready.
I say this is
Okay, so now look on the next page, please. All right, hold up. Hold up, listen to me. On number 3, I've got to rewrite number 3 for you. All right, for number 3, I want you to put y equals x minus 6. All right, just put that down. Y equals x minus 6. All right, and number 4, I got to change number 4. Y equals x plus 15. And number 8, I need to show you number 8.
Oh boy.
Number 8, I want you to write y equals, hold up, do not go anywhere. I'm changing the work. Y equals 2x. Nope. Number 9, y equals 4x minus 4. And now I got to look one more place.
Wait.
All right. Number 11, y equals negative x plus 3.
Wait, 11 is what? A negative x.
And number 17, y equals negative 2x plus 6. Boys, y'all better be ready tomorrow now.
Wait,
Number 17, y equals negative 2x plus 6.
no, God, I'm not gonna get to see that.
It's just lunch.
I know, but we can do that at receipt. Wait, 17 is
17 is y equals negative 2x plus 6.
He was our sign.
Hold on a second, let me turn this off.